They say a snake is most dangerous when it's hiding in the grass. But what happens when the snake is your best friend? Your trusted general, or the woman you love? History is written by the victors, but it's often decided by the traitors. A single yes whispered in a dark room has toppled empires, ended wars, and changed the map of the world forever. Today, we're diving into the dark side of the human soul. From the American Revolution to the fall of Rome, we're counting down the top 3 most shocking betrayals in human history. And stay tuned for number 1 because it proves that even the most powerful man in the world can be brought down by a single word from a son. In America, his name is literally a synonym for traitor. If you call someone a Benedict Arnold, you're calling them the lowest of the low. But here's the shocker. Before he was America's greatest villain, he was one of its greatest heroes. George Washington loved this man. Arnold was a brilliant general, a brave warrior who bled for the cause of liberty. So, why did he do it? It wasn't just about the money, it was about a bruised ego and a woman. Arnold felt passed over for promotions. He was in massive debt. And his young wife, Peggy Shippen, was a loyalist socialite who whispered British promises in his ear every night. In 1780, Arnold agreed to hand over West Point, the most strategic fort in America, to the British for £20,000. If he had succeeded, the American Revolution would have likely ended right there. Washington would have been captured, and the United States might still be a British colony today. But fate had other plans. His British contact, Major John Andre, was caught by chance with the plans hidden in his stockings. Andre was hanged. Arnold escaped to the British side, where even they didn't trust him. He died in London, lonely and despised by both sides. Imagine a woman so powerful that without her, an entire empire of millions would still be standing today. Her name was Malintzin, better known as La Malinche. In 1519, the Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortes arrived in Mexico with only 500 men. He was facing the Aztec Empire, a warrior civilization with hundreds of thousands of soldiers. He should have been slaughtered. Instead, he conquered them. How? He had a secret weapon, a woman who knew their language and their secrets. Sold into slavery as a child, Malinche became Cortes' translator, advisor, and eventually, his mistress. She didn't just translate words, she translated strategies. She helped Cortes form alliances with the Aztecs' enemies and warned him of every ambush. Because of her, the Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan, was burned to the ground. Smallpox and war wiped out 90% of the indigenous population. Today, in Mexico, she is a polarizing figure. Some see her as a victim, but too many, she is the ultimate Malinchista, someone who sells out their own people to foreigners. She gave birth to Cortes' son, often considered the first mestizo or mixed-blood Mexican. She created a nation, but she destroyed a civilization to do it. This is the ultimate betrayal, the one that gave us the phrase, "And you, Brutus." Julius Caesar was the most powerful man on earth. He had conquered Gaul, defeated his rivals, and was named dictator for life. But his power blinded him to the daggers being sharpened in his own inner circle. Marcus Brutus wasn't just a senator, he was Caesar's protege. Some historians even suggest he was Caesar's illegitimate son. Caesar spared his life after a civil war and treated him with nothing but honor and affection. On March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March, Brutus joined a conspiracy of 60 senators. They claimed they were saving the Republic from a tyrant. As Caesar entered the Senate, they swarmed him, 23 stabs. Caesar fought back like a lion until he saw the face of Brutus. At that moment, history says he stopped fighting. He pulled his toga over his face and gave up. If the man he loved wanted him dead, what was the point of living? Brutus thought he'd be a hero. Instead, the Roman public turned into a lynch mob. Brutus fled and eventually committed suicide. He tried to save the Republic, but his betrayal only led to the rise of the Roman Empire. 3 people, 3 choices, 3 knives in the back that changed the world. Benedict Arnold traded his honor for gold. La Malinche traded her heritage for survival. And Brutus traded his friend for an ideal that died with him. Which of these betrayals do you think was the worst? Was it Arnold's greed or Brutus's noble murder? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And if you want to see more deep dives into the darkest moments of history, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss our next episode on the secret cults that ruled the ancient world.